Alright, good morning respected principals, esteemed panel of lawyers and all the dignitaries present here. I'm your host and anchor Abner Dias, and I'm here to welcome each and every one of you on behalf of TeacherNI. Well, TeacherNI, which is an education company with holistic platform to co-curricular learning and development. It caters to K-12 schools with ICSE, ISE, CBSE curriculum based in 48 cities in India. Well, the focus for today is going to be education in 2017, legalities and ethical standards in running a school. Firstly, a few important instructions, my dear friends. Hope you've registered and you've got that hall pass. Hope you have your school name on the hall pass. Thank you so much. TeacherNI have given you a kit. The kit contains the following: a notepad, pen, a brochure that highlights today's program, and a preview booklet. The preview booklet has 6 titles in it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, immense efforts have been put to create these titles. These titles will engage and provide content in an easy format that will benefit your students. The main highlight of the preview booklet are the questions that have been appeared in the past board papers. Another highlight of these titles are it provides an online and an offline content that will engage your students. We all know children and students are digitally savvy, and we are giving them a solution that will focus on digital. The book also contains solved and unsolved answers. It comes with a marking scheme. All of these are designed by our experts with 15 to 20 years of experience and thorough knowledge on the subject matter. The books will be available in the bookstores from the 31st of July. Well, now the main focus of education 2017, the legalities and ethical standards in running a school. But before that, may I invite on stage Mrs. Kiran Bajaj for all the support she has given to make this a successful event. Can we have Mrs. Kiran Bajaj on stage? Please can we put our hands together for Mrs. Kiran Bajaj?
I'm standing right here, okay? No, that's me.
Can we also, no, madam, we need to felicitate you. So we're going to have Mr. Dhaval who's going to felicitate you. So we need you on stage, please. Can we also put our hands together for Sister Amy Rodriguez? Sister Amy Rodriguez, wherever you are, the principal of Theresa. No, sister, we need to please felicitate you, so we need you on stage. So request you please come. We also are going to felicitate a panel of lawyers, Advocate Arvind Kothari and Mr. Hemang Shah. I think we can put our hands together for our panel, Advocate Arvind Kothari and Mr. Hemang Shah.
Okay. That's me, Kiran. Thank you. Can I go back?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Thanks.
Well, dear principals, felicitation is a token of appreciation. You know what matters at this hour is most of you all have come right early this morning. I think we deserve a huge round of applause for making it right here. Thank you so much. Well, a little bit about our panel, ladies and gentlemen. Firstly, we have Advocate Arvind Kothari. Good morning, sir. Well, a senior lawyer at the High Court, specializing in litigations. He's going to talk about what is law and how to apply laws. Now, usually I've been told principals can handle their students and teachers well, but when it comes to law, there's a big question mark. So we're going to have Advocate Arvind Kothari, who is going to throw some light on how to apply the laws. He comes with 34 years of experience, ladies and gentlemen. So can we put our hands together for Advocate Arvind Kothari? To his left, we have young and dynamic, the 35-year-old Mr. Hemang Shah. Now, he's an associate partner at DSK Legal, an expert in corporate laws and processes. So can we please put our hands together for Mr. Hemang Shah. We also have Mr. Dhaval Mehta, the founder and managing director of TeacherNI, who is putting a lot of efforts in getting all of us together today. So can we put our hands together for Mr. Dhaval Mehta? Well, we're going to have our first topic that is going to be the summary of laws applicable to schools and basic issues, for which we're going to have Advocate Arvind Kothari, who's going to take us through the summary of laws applicable to the schools and basic issues. Over to Advocate Arvind Kothari.
First of all, a very good morning to everybody. Law is very boring. So I endeavor to make it as lively as possible. Make it as short, brief as possible. So that in the limited time which we have, I should be able to give you an exposure of all the laws which would affect the schools. Do we have any participant where the school is recognized by the SSC board? Oh, okay. So this question I put because we have in one of the laws is Maharashtra Employees of Private Schools Act, Regulation 1977. This law applies only to schools governed by affiliated to the SSC board. So I was just wondering if you don't have a participant, I would skip that also, but we won't do that. The first topic is minority rights. Now all the minority rights are governed by Article 30 within brackets 1 of the Constitution of India. So the entire flow of rights is from Article 30 within brackets 1. And if you see Article 30 is just 2 lines. All institutions, whether based on language or religion, have a right to establish and administer the institution. That's all. The key words are establish and administer. So you become a minority institution if 2 conditions are satisfied. You are established by a particular linguistic community or a religious community. So it follows that a minority institution can be linguistic or religious. The test is who are the founding trustees of the trust and who are the present trustees. They should necessarily belong to the same community or the same religion or the same linguistic group. That's very important. So if you have a trust which is established by, let's say, Gujarati speaking trustees, then even the present trustees should be Gujarati speaking. If the present trustees are, let's say, any other, let's say Catholics, then it will not be a minority institution. So you must take care that when you induct trustees, they should belong to the same community or the language spoken by the founding trustees. The moment there is a departure, you lose your minority rights. So this is one thing which has to be kept in mind. There is a lot of controversy going on right now whether a minority institution must have students belonging to its own community, or as the education department keeps on insisting that majority of the students should belong to that particular community. In fact, they have issued show cause notices to quite a number of schools, calling upon them to show cause why their minority status should not be cancelled, only because the population of students in that particular school is hardly 2%, 5%, 10%. Now here, this issue has been answered by a 11-judge bench of the Supreme Court in TMA Pi Foundation case. This is one of the landmark judgment delivered by the Supreme Court. Their 11 questions were posed to the bench and they have answered that. What is relevant for us is they have in categorical terms held that there cannot be a fixed percentage of students and everything would depend upon the local needs, the need of the minority and the need of the majority population. Everything has to be taken and balanced together. So the insistence by the education department of late that you must have students belonging to your own community or linguistic group or religious group is erroneous. Second thing, the department doesn't have any powers to even cancel the minority status, though they have been issuing notices and we have been responding to it. Because minority status can be cancelled only by the National Commission for Minority Institutions, that is under the Minority Commission Act. So that's one thing you've got to keep in mind. Now when you become a minority institution, certain rights flow from Article 30. The first right is the right to establish and administer your institution. The second right directly flowing from Article 30 is a right to have a principle of your own choice. B holds seniority if there is a rule of seniority in any particular law. The third right is a right to fix fees, including the quantum of fees. Now that's a very big debate going on today. You must be reading in newspapers. Many writ petitions are being filed in the High Court challenging the validity of the Fee Act. All those petitions are pending. No, the court has not passed any stay order as we see, saying that the act should not be implemented. Therefore, the act has to be implemented. The Fee Act, I will be covering up the Fee Act later on. So that is a second important right of minority institutions. The third right is right to have your own governing body without any interference. So the state can't dictate that in your governing body we want to nominate X or Y. They cannot. The fourth right is the right to choose and select staff of your own choice. So that's also a minority right. Now the right to choose and select has been interpreted by courts to mean that reservations in appointment will not apply to minority institutions. Because if you see like MBBS Act, Maharashtra Employees of Private Schools Act, especially Rule 9, it provides that we should have 34% of the staff from SC, ST, DT, NT, BGT. This right flows from the right to choose and select staff. See what, as I said, Article 30 refers to two key words, establish and administer. Now when can you administer your institution the way you want? When the captain of the ship is yours. So therefore, the right of the principal flows from the word administer. Now, when the captain of the ship belongs to the institution, obviously the captain can't do all the work. So the captain needs competent staff. Therefore, that right to have staff of your own choice again flows from the word administer. Right to administer. And you won't believe thousands and thousands of pages have been written on the word administer. Only on the word administer. Starting from Kerala Education Bill in 1957 to a 9-judge Supreme Court, St. Xavier's Ahmedabad, to 11 judges TeacherNI. So right to establish also includes the right to choose and select staff of your own choice. Now, if reservations are to be foisted upon you, then your right to choose and select is lost. If you have to necessarily appoint somebody because he belongs to a particular caste or tribe or community, then your right to choose and select is lost. So, this right not to be subjected to reservation follows from right to choose and select. Therefore, even surplus staff which are sent to SSC board schools, you are not bound if you are a minority institution. Because again, if you have to necessarily appoint somebody, your right to choose and select is lost. And this is fairly well settled law. Fairly well settled law. The latest judgment is Canosa government in this matter. The next right is right to fix fees, including the quantum of fees. But here the Supreme Court in TMFI adds a rider that you have a right to fix fees, the quantum of fees, provided you do not profiteer. So you can have what Supreme Court says a reasonable surplus for future expansion and development, but you cannot profiteer. Therefore, from this it follows that one, the management has a right to fix the fees, the minority management. And obviously that includes the quantum of fees. But you cannot have profit. I know it sounds confusing. On one end I say you can have reasonable surplus for future expansion and development. On the other hand I say you can't profit it. Now, what is the meaning of all that? According to the Supreme Court, education is a noble activity, a charitable activity, so you can't derive profit. But you can have surplus only for future expansion and development and for nothing else. Then, as usual, matters went to the Supreme Court. In modern high school judgment, the Supreme Court said that anywhere between 10 to 15% would be a reasonable surplus. But you can have reasonable surplus only and only if you have a program, a project for future expansion and development. Otherwise, you cannot have any surplus. Education being a noble and charitable activity, what the Supreme Court says you can't have profit. So that's, in short, the minority rights. Now you all must be aware of the latest Supreme Court judgment. There are two judgments. One is Society for Unaided Schools in Rajasthan. That was in 2012. And then you have the latest judgment of the Supreme Court in Pramati Educational Trust, which was delivered on 6th May 2014. when the Supreme Court has held that the RTE Act, the Right of Children to Free and Compulsory Education Act 2009, is violative of Article 31 of the Constitution, and therefore it follows that the RTE Act 2009 does not apply to minority institutions. This is one of a very important minority right. Of late, the Education Department has been trying to encroach upon that right. If I may be permitted to say, bullying the schools also to get them to sign an undertaking. It's happened in many schools. But you should resist all that attempt. Because once you voluntarily given an undertaking or a letter that you will comply with RT Act, then no one can say it. Because a law may not be applicable to you, but still if you voluntarily decide to subject yourself to that law, then you can't get out of it. Therefore, resist all attempts to make that law applicable to the RTE Act. Therefore, RTE Act does not apply to you. Now, of late, the department must be insisting, the education department, when I say the department, I mean the education department, that teachers should have TET. They should have passed TET, Teachers Eligibility Test. Now this TET which is prescribed by the department has its origin from the RTE Act. And since the RTE Act itself is not applicable to minority institutions, you need not have teachers having TET. This issue has already gone to the Bombay High Court. A division bench of Bombay High Court, Nagpur bench in the case of Anjuman Islam, has delivered a judgment also exactly on the same lines, that TET is not applicable to minority institutions. So everywhere you got to be on the guard that your minority rights are not violated or diluted, because there are attempts and attempts will go on. You got to be very clear that what is your minority right and what cannot be compromised. So that briefly covers minority rights, TET. Now we switch over this MEPS Act. I propose to take it after the tea break. It's not in the order, it's first. The reason being we have only, I think, 3 or 4 participant schools. Nevertheless, we will take it up, but I propose to take up more important or more burning issues first, and that is the Fee Act. Maharashtra Education Institutions, Correction of Fee Act 2011.